Hi, my name is Norma Sarah binti Muhammad Hizzi and my number matric is A21A2730.
I'm Sitina Humairah binti Muhammad Hussein, A21B3096.
Hi, my name is Rifdi bin Ibrahim. My number is A21A2511.
Hi, my name is Wando Atira binti Yahya and my number matric is A21A3183.
Nowadays, to increase the country income, we need to risk because tourism activity not only able to increase our country income but also able to raise our country name at the international level. So I think food is the best factor that can attract tourists to come to our country. My point is Malaysia is a very unique country. This is because Malaysia has a same food but different types. Among them is laksa. Laksa is very popular food in Malaysia and also not in other countries. Example of laksa in Malaysia Penang laksa, Northern laksa, Terengganu laksa, Johor laksa, and also Sarawak laksa. Each laksa has a different part involved in preparation and also ingredient. This laksa can eat variant generation. Laksa can be a tourist attraction to come to our country because laksa is very delicious and easily available throughout in Malaysia and not in other country. So I think that food is the best factor that can attract tourists to come to our country. So what about you, Humairah? What about your factor that can attract tourists?
Okay, I agree with your suggestion and explanation, Sarah. But I think the most contributing factor that made Malaysia famous tourist attraction is about people. When we are talking about people, we know Malaysia consists of many different race, religion, language, and culture. For language, we have Malay, Chinese, Indian, economic, Iban, and more. So we can see the culture of different nations. For example, we have opportunity to see dance of Melayu, Chinese, and Indian, who each have a different kind of way and presentation. Its culture is express and celebrate and create a beautiful life. Lastly, about race, is a brain myriad of religion, making the Malaysia landscape extremely exciting, which many Muslim, Hindu, and Buddhist influence. So, I want us to ask about your opinion.
Thank you. Malaysia is a country famous for its diverse customs and cultures. Based on our discussion, I would like to explain a little bit about the culture that exists in our country. Among them is the Malay culture, which is the majority in this country. Not only that, we have Chinese and Indian cultures. At the same time, the Malay culture is to greet each other, and this culture has been followed by everyone in Malaysia. The uniqueness of the diverse culture in Malaysia further increase the number of tourists to our country because the same culture is applied by everyone, so that it is likely by foreign tourists. That's all for me.
Maybe tourists will like culture in Malaysia, who are very friendly and kindly. But I disagree with the point because they also want to go to Iceland and beach to see the beautiful place in Malaysia. So I think the factors that make Malaysia a popular tourist attraction are the Iceland and beach. In Malaysia, we have many beautiful islands and beach that will attract Malaysia. They will attract tourists who are come to Malaysia. In Malaysia, we have example like Langkawi Islands, Redang Islands, and Perhentian Islands, and there are many more islands in Malaysia. The things tourists can do on islands and beach are see a beautiful and gorgeous view around there, snorkeling, scuba diving, and explore the islands. Exciting and fun, exciting and fun activities will make more tourists come to Malaysia. On the island and beach, tourists can also explore the marine life in Malaysia, like green turtle, see the coral, beautiful coral, fish, and other marine life. When tourists dive or snorkel, they will soon become more enthralled by Malaysia's stunning underwater world, and which make Malaysia a popular tourist attraction. That's all from me. Do you agree with me, my Sarah?
I think I agree with you. Most tourists like to go to a hot country to travel because they like hot weather and also like to go to the beach while enjoying the beauty. So I think the beach can attract tourists to our country. What about you,
Can I
Myra?
interrupt?
Yes.
Thank you. I like the point, the Achira point, beach and island, because beach and island in Malaysia so many, and then beach and island in Malaysia so beautiful. So tourists can get the some island to choose the some island to holiday at here, because island at here like Pulau Mabul, Pulau Tioman, many flora and fauna. So the uniqueness in Malaysia, many tourists come here to enjoy the holiday. Thank you. That's all for me. How about you guys?
Okay, for me, to reaffirm my point about people, I want to say people in Malaysia use English as a second language for communicating with each other. So we can see the role of English in the tourist sector is to facilitate communication, involves misunderstanding, straight relationship, and create a family atmosphere between tourists and people relate to tourists. Which disadvantage tourists who is in Malaysia or abroad will be easy in their affair and can solve problem well if their problem during their tourism. After hearing explanation Sarah, Is, and Atira, I think I agree with that point. So, Is, can you conclude the discussion?
Yes, I can conclude the discussion. In conclusion, best idea for the factor of tourist attraction to this country. This is because most tourists will go to an interesting place like the island and beach before seeing the uniqueness that exists in the country. That's all for me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.